My God. All right. What's going on, everybody? I don't know what's going on. We'll wait for more people to come in here. I'm sure more people will come in here. I think I'm good. Again, the lighting is all screwing me up, but okay, here we are. 3-3. That's a false start, or not a false start. That's a delay of game. Yeah, they got to call that. We'll wait for more people to get in here, but I did not start the live earlier. Just couldn't. But this is a boring game so far. It's like almost halftime. Like there's 8 minutes left to go. It's kind of boring. JJ McCarthy already threw a pick, which is to be expected. But the game's kind of boring so far. I don't understand why they went for it. Why the Giants went for it on a 4th and 5. I don't understand it. 3rd and 5 over the middle of the field to Jefferson. Jefferson is gonna be short, but still, I mean, Jefferson's making an impact today. He clearly is making an impact today. I mean, he's just been outstanding today. We have a bad defense, no question about it. There's no scheme. And he continues to get open. He continues to gain a lot of yards. I'm not sure if they're going to go for this. They're just past midfield, but I don't think they're going to go for this. This would be dumb for them to go for this. This is like 2 yards away. Free Dirk says it's mind-boggling the 49ers have a shot at the first seed with all those injuries. That's just the way that the 49ers are built. And that's just the way it shakes the NFC West. And they're going to get it, no problem. They're going to run it with Ham, I believe. Or Aaron Jones. There's a flag on the play at the end of the play, a little bit of extracurricular activity. Not sure who it's on. Might have been on Jones. I'm not sure. The Viking is down. Somehow, some way. Not sure what happened at the end of the play here. God bless you. God bless you. Yeah. God bless you, Justin. God bless you. Is there really an injured Viking down in the middle of the field right now? I'm not too sure why or what happened. I'm not sure if they're going to show it. They're not showing the injury, which is kind of confusing. Personal foul on Drew Phillips. I don't know what he did though. What did Drew do? Did he like pull on his jersey? I'm not too sure what happened. Why did he do that? The whistle was blown, right? I'm not too sure why he did that. Not too sure why he did that. Just cost him 15 yards. I'm telling you guys, this team don't care anymore. And yeah, just went straight to commercial. This team don't care anymore. This team really is like they gave up. I'd probably say they gave up like 4 weeks ago, like officially, but I think they really gave up when Dabo was fired. Like, I mean, they gave up before then, but I mean, it is they've. I am not showing the game. If I were to show the game, I have to restart the stream. But I don't know how likely that's going to be. What's up, little birdie? How we doing? 410 people in here. Guys, I want you to just like this stream right now. This game is pretty boring. I got to go check around the league what's going on. I know I'm kind of silent right now. I just kind of don't know what to talk about. I mean, I don't know what's going on. They seem like they don't care anymore. They went for it on the 4th and 5. I don't understand what they're doing. Tennessee got a safety. That's kind of wild. They're done too. Let's tank. Injured Giants playing that. That's why. No, I know that it's done. Let's tank, says number one Giants fan on earth. Yeah, I think that. I mean, I expect them to lose today. I mean, I think anyone is looking at our schedule. I mean, the only chance that we got is really the Raiders to win. But even then, I think they're done. They might not win a game this season, but they might win next week, and then who knows where they'll be in the draft. But I know a lot of Giants fans want them to get the number 1 pick in the draft. It would be good just to get a lot of picks for it because that's a valuable piece to have. I'm sure someone's going to ask for that in the draft. So whoever gets it that has a quarterback on their roster is going to get on with a lot of picks. Would you put your life on the line for the Giants to win? No, not at this point. No, they're 2-12. Who cares if they win or lose at this point? Nobody cares. Nobody cares if they win. Nobody cares if they lose. Well, if they win, people care because they lose the number 1 pick. But Jordan Mason is officially out with an ankle injury. I'm not showing the game. 1st and 10. McCarthy under center. He takes a snap. He's going to look to throw over the middle of the field. Deep downfield, Jordan Addison all the way down at the 10. 20-yard gain for Jordan Addison for the first down. And, I mean, Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson have really shown up today. Both of them have shown up today. He's a Carrier says, we better try to get a haul of picks next year and draft Jeremiah Smith. Possibility to draft Jeremiah Smith. I'm not sure if that's the one that I would pick to start. I think a lot more people want Caleb Downs. People realize, but we're going to have to trade back. Is Wandale playing? Caitlin says, I think he is playing. The Giants offense really hasn't had the ball a long time. They've ran the ball a lot. Like they've barely thrown. I don't know how long it's going to take for them to throw, but it's 1st and goal for Minnesota at the 9. They're going to hand the ball off to Aaron Jones and not really a gain there, maybe a yard. So a good stop by the Giants run defense, which is a sentence that shouldn't really be said. So 2nd and goal. I don't know why J.J. McCarthy's screaming. What is going on? Oh, he's just yelling out. They're going up tempo here. 0 pay fantasy points. The Giants offense doesn't really have the ball. McCarthy's going to look to throw to the end zone. Incomplete. Batted away by Bobby Okereke. He was covering Justin Jefferson, and it was a good pass breakup from the linebacker. All right, it's going to be 3rd down and goal. That was a good pass breakup. Devontae says, let's go, G-Man. Devontae still wants them to win. Devontae still wants the Giants to win. A lot of Giants fans want them to lose. I just don't want Dart to look like an idiot when playing J.J. McCarthy because he'll get 9'd to death online if he does. Mikey says, Anitra to drop 30 points. He had a good start to the game. McCarthy's got time in the pocket. Incomplete. Tipped and picked. This might be a pick 6. It's Javon Holland, and he's running down the field. He might go all the way. 25, 10. Not 5, 10. Touchdown, Javon Holland. There's a flag. There's a flag. Who knows if it's on the Giants? But for now, they're saying they're calling it a touchdown. Javon Holland. Who's the flag on? It's on the Giants. They celebrated for all that just for it to get it's returned. It never counted. It never counted. It never counted. They did all that celebrating, and that came back. What was the flag on? Was a personal foul? What is it on? They never showed it. They never showed the foul. It was on a Carter. What did he do? Did he grab the face mask? I didn't see it. Well, it's still 3-3. Oh, Carter offsides. those are the mistakes that, that's a rookie mistake. Can't do that. I mean, I know he hates it. I know he's pissed. And, he jumped off sides. That's bad. That's a rookie mistake he's got to learn. He's got to learn that. Hi, Grace. 3rd and goal. McCarthy has time in the pocket. Abdul Carter's rushing in for a sack. Going to chase him. And he gets taken down by, it looked like it was Golston. It was Chauncey Golston. But Carter got the pressure very early. And it was Golston wrapping McCarthy up for the sack. So it might be 4th down. I think it's 4th down. So that time Carter got free. And then he chased McCarthy down. And Golston ended up with the sack. So Abdul Carter turns a bad mistake into a good play there. 4th and goal. Now they're going to kick it. 31 yards. And the kick is good. 6-3 now. 4 minutes, 50 seconds left in the half. I mean, really not bad at all. Just a boring game. Not a lot of offense being played right now, but that's neither here nor there. Bro, can Dart like it for my fantasy? They're not throwing. It's not Dart. They're not throwing. I'm not sure why they're not throwing, but they're not throwing a lot. Maybe they don't trust the line. Dart throws a pick to Gink. Not yet. Not yet. Why do we need to win to get the first pick still? I'm not sure why. Tank. We're gonna tank. Not Dart's fault. Yeah, they're sure. You can call it tank. You can call it whatever you want. They could be tank. I'm not gonna rule that out as a possibility. But the fact that none of these coaches are gonna be here next year, the general manager is probably gonna be gone. Why would they tank just to get the first pick? I'm not sure why they would tank. Coach wants to tank. Why would he want to tank? What benefits him from tanking? He gets paid under the table a little bit more money. I'm not saying that happens, but I'm saying why would he tank if he's not going to be here next year? Just don't really understand it. But okay, this game has just kind of been a little bit slow. It's just kind of really it just hasn't been. It's two bad teams going up against each other, for being honest with ourselves. The Minnesota Vikings were not what they once were last year and the year before. No question they're tanking. I mean, again, like, why would Kafka willingly tank when you know that he's not going to be here next year? He knows he's not going to be here next year. It's pretty much, I mean, you're not going to be here next year. Why would you tank? Like, what do you do? Unless you get paid secretly under the table. I'm not sure. Purdy or Rodgers? Aaron's playing pretty good so far. So he's been playing good as of late. So I would tell you Rodgers, but I'm not denying Purdy can't play well. We got. I don't understand why the NFL puts. This is the first time I've seen they put like candy cane patches on the players' jerseys. I've never seen that before. Dumbass refs. Sure. Giants are selling me my fantasy championship. Your first mistake was having them on your roster. I don't know why they're not throwing. I'm not sure why they're not throwing. I get maybe that's their game plan, not to throw. I mean, they're running the ball pretty decently, but not like really great. They gotta like throw the ball, right? Like you got 4 minutes 50 seconds left to go in the half. You gotta throw the ball. Vikings win 55-3. Could be a possibility. Every time we try and throw, Dart has 0 time. Is the line just really bad this week? Like, do we have injuries on the line? Am I crazy? Can someone tell me in the chat if we have injuries on the line? Do we? I've got Dart now. I lost Mahomes. Well, I tell you that's not a bad choice for a backup fantasy quarterback, but I mean, so far today, he's had really no opportunity to throw the ball. AT got hurt. Yeah, but even before they weren't throwing. Hopefully he'll be okay. Olszewski returns it up to 30. I know AT got hurt. Hopefully, I mean, If it's a hamstring injury, just sit him for the rest of the year. I understand that he's a big asset, but at this point, you just want to be healthy for next year. Hopefully, not re-aggravate anything that he had in the past, because you don't want to see Andrew Thomas not play in the beginning of next year. He's so valuable to that offensive line. So if he's hurt, I'd sit him for the rest of the year. There's no really point to making him play. 1st and 10 for Jackson Dart at the 30. Our starting guard is having a kid. Oh, that's right. Dart is now going to look to throw for the first time in a while. He's under pressure. He's going to roll out to his left. Is he going to make an opportunity to throw? This time he's just going to take off and run, and he gets to the line of scrimmage. No yard gain, no yards lost. Just falls out of bounds there. What app am I using? I'm watching on YouTube TV. Not a sponsor. Not a sponsor, but wish they were. Shout out YouTube TV. Even though sometimes they aggravate me. Dart learned how to slide. He was just trying to get back to the line, but yeah, I understand. That time he kind of didn't get hit bad. No, he wasn't hurt. 2nd and 10 for Jackson Dart. They're lining up close to the line. They think they're going to run. They're stacking the box. Dart's going to look to throw. He's going to heave it downfield. Does have a man open, and it's going to be incomplete. That should be a flag. That should be a flag. He hit his helmet before the ball came. Am I crazy for saying this should be a flag? Am I crazy for saying this could be a flag? Did it hit his hands beforehand? I mean, that should be defensive pass interference, but okay. He hit his helmet. I mean, he smacked his helmet. I mean, before the ball touched his hands. I'm not too sure why. That's got to go now, Dart. They are so bad. So bad at these delay of games. I mean, they are so bad at it. They've been bad all year at it. It didn't even matter who was quarterback. They've just had really bad. They've been really bad with the delay of games this year on offense, and I don't think it's the quarterbacks. I think it's the play calling. It's the way it's designed. It's been with every single quarterback this year. I'm not sure why. Bad clock management. 3rd and 15. Dart's is going to look to throw, and it's going to be tipped and picked. Now, that was on whoever was – that was just bad. That was just off. I mean, that wasn't on Dart. That's on Theo Johnson. What are we doing? What a joke. What a joke, big dog Kevs. What a fucking joke. This is all on Theo Johnson here. Hits him right in the hand, just bounce it up. Ridiculous. Catch the ball. Like, come on. Catch the ball. Catch the ball. Like, what? What are you doing? Terrible. Terrible. Catch the ball. What are you doing? You have one job. Catch the ball. Theo's been so up and down. Like, when he catches, like, he's great. But when he doesn't catch, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? And that's an easy catch, and that's a pitch and catch. Like, that's standard. Aaron Jones runs for about 7 yards. He's going to be at the 8. H2O says it's 70-38. Now, that's all Theo. If the ball hits your hands, the ball was not higher than his top of his head. It was below the top of his head. That's a 100% have to catch that rate. There's like no way. How do you want to check my fantasy? I mean, it's still early. There's like a half of football left. So, I mean, it's not that bad. 2nd and 3. McCarthy has all day. Now there's going to be a flag, probably holding, and now he just throws it incomplete. There's going to be a flag, and it's probably going to be holding on the offense of the Vikings. H2O says you need to throw it lower so they can catch and defend himself. Okay. I mean, what do you want him to do? I don't disagree with you that it could have been lower, but I mean, he's got to catch that ball. I mean, come on, give your quarterback a bone here. Like, you got to catch that. So Abdul Carter draws the penalty, and that's all day. I mean, that's a clear hold. I had Josh Jacobs on my team. That's tough. They're losing on purpose. I won't deny it. I will not deny it that they could be losing on purpose. That's a possibility. 2nd and 13. What a boring game. And I was debating watching it. 2nd and 13. McCarthy, little screen to Jones. Jones got some room to run, but they got to make a tackle, and Javon Holland does. He gains about 8 yards. It's going to be 3rd down at about 5 or 6. Yeah, this game isn't it? Yeah, it's boring. Like, it's two mediocre teams going up against each other, and I mean, calling the Giants mediocre is giving them a lot of more credit than they do. If we're tanking, why not pull in Wilson? I don't think they're really tanking. It makes no sense for them to tank. I mean, I understand, like, if you're playing a Madden, it makes sense to tank. But, I mean, it doesn't make any sense for this head coaching staff to tank. It makes just no sense. But 3rd and 6, another opportunity for the Giants offense. But, again, they'll probably end up kicking a field goal if they don't get this. And now someone's going to take a timeout. Trade dart. Deshaun says trade dart. If you say that, I'm not taking you seriously, like, ever, bro. Like, I can't. Like, I literally cannot take you seriously. And just that, it's like, there's just not doing it. I'm not taking you seriously if you actually say Trey Jackson dart. Like, I'm not taking any of what you have to say with any seriously, unless you actually tell me why. And if one of the reasons is he doesn't know how to slide, and he's concussions, just gotta walk away. Deshaun says he's trash. It's okay. That's crazy. To call him trash is insane. That's how you know when people just don't watch him. Like, when you don't watch people, like, it just passes the eye test if you watched him. No, he can't throw. Yeah, he can't throw. He really can't throw. Yeah, he really can't. What was Theo Johnson doing? Just as he typically does, not get the football. 3rd and 6. McCarthy got to step up and take off, it seems. And he does. 10. And he gets upfield. Touchdown, J.J. McCarthy. And now you have 2 minutes to get down the field. And he does the gritty in the end zone. I mean, he scored, so I can't hate him for that. You got to answer. You got 3 timeouts. You don't have really to have the 2 minute, because the 2 minutes probably gonna go to waste here. But you got 3 timeouts. You know, Theo Johnson's got to catch that football. Is Jackson Dart playing? Yes. We're not taking a quarterback. I don't know why anyone's thinking that. People are idiots. 12-13 now. Who's in my stream? Do not get NFL Sunday ticket. It is a ripoff, English says. A ref is cheating in favor of New York. Shout out ENG on YouTube. Dart being exposed. Dart, people are insane. People are actually insane. People are jealous. I'm telling you, people are jealous. People are jealous. It's crazy. Dart threw to Theo Johnson. He should have caught it. You people don't know what you're talking about. I won't take you seriously if you say Jackson Dart is trash. Trade him. I just can't. I can't take you seriously. I just can't do it. 13-3 now. It's crazy. They gotta find a way to score something here. Like something. Like, don't be stupid here. You have 3 timeouts. I don't know why they're not throwing, but they got to throw. I understand your offensive line's taking a beating, but there's a reason why that, again, like typically how this goes. When one injury happens on a unit, such as the offensive line, the entire unit suffers. Do you notice this? And you see that we have one injury, not even injury. He just couldn't play today because he was having a baby. Isn't there. And you're not throwing the ball because you don't trust the offensive line's backups. It's just roster management is so poor. $13-3. I mean, this could. I mean, they could easily. They could probably score here and make it a one score game going to the half. They could do that, but they got to throw. I don't know what they're doing. Jameis Winston is a better quarterback. Put in Russell. See, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I can't take people seriously that say this. I mean, I don't mind putting in Russell Wilson now at this point, but they probably won't. Theo Johnson is useless. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, he got to catch that football. I'm not too sure what he's thinking. What is going on with the line? There's I think either Greg Van Roten or somebody is out because they were having a kid, but I forget. Darter's playing by the script. They told him, let's lose, and you have weapons in the draft. I won't deny that possibility. They bench Dart. Why did they bench Dart? They're not benching Dart. But Dart has done nothing to be benched. Oh, my God. I just started him into Fantasy. Parker says, Giants fan here. Our secondary is terrible. Oh, they're awful. They're awful. And there's only one person to blame. Does Dart have his own personal scene in the blue tent? They actually named the blue tent after Jackson Dart. They named it after him. So it all goes to him. So 1 minute, 53 seconds left to go in the half. They have 3 timeouts. They're showing us the McCarthy touchdown. I mean, again, it's just like pocket collapses. He finds a way to escape. And then, I mean, there's no one there to clean McCarthy up, though. Like, there's nobody there for him. I'm not expecting him to take off and run, and no one has the angle, and he gets in pretty easily. All right, 1st and 10. Dart looking to throw. Incomplete. It's batted up. There is a flag, and we'll see who it's on. It's holding on the offense. Oh, they're so bad. They're so bad. The Giants defense also has like no scheme. So Tyrone Tracy, that's on Tyrone Tracy, and they'll back him up 10 yards. Oh my God, bro. But now it's going to be 1st and 20. Hyatt and Slayton need to go. They absolutely do. 100%. 1st and 20 now. Now they've just put themselves more in a hole. Just I don't understand what they're doing. 1st and 20. Dart gonna throw short to Wandale and just kind of goes down with it. He'll gain 2 yards on a 2nd and 18. Clock still continues to run. Not many people in MetLife today. Guess a lot of people migrated down to the first bowl. 2nd and 18. Dart in the pocket, looking to throw. He's throwing downfield, and it's going to be Van Ginkel almost caught it with one hand, but he couldn't bring it down. And that would have won the other way if he caught that. I mean, if he caught that, that would be just an incredible play. It would be an incredible play if he caught this. I mean, there's just no way. I mean, he could have. It would have been an incredible play. I'm not sure where he was throwing to. I'm not sure where he's throwing to there. I'm not sure where he's throwing to there. 3rd and 18. Here we go. This is his last chance. Dart's going to spin out of a tackle. He's going to look to take off and run. And this time he just gains about 5 yards and goes down. They really have no time. He really has no time in the pocket. Like, he has no time. Like, this offensive line is horrid. See what happens? This is going to be a classic example. This is just a classic example of when there's an injury on the offensive line, the whole entire unit looks so awful. They have terrible depth everywhere. Terrible depth everywhere. Terrible. Terrible. I mean, Ghost, they're playing without their starting guard because he is not there today. So they're playing with a backup guard. So no, there was injuries. There's been absence of this offensive line in the beginning of the game. They really have no. He has no time back there, and there's a reason why they're running the ball so much. And Price goes down near the 50, and again, the Giants take no advantage of the opportunities they're given with 3 timeouts. They just get a 3 and out, and they're just done, which is just ridiculous. Again, this is just the way they are. They're just so bad. It's just the classic example of a player in a unit goes down, and it's insane. How are you still watching the game? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, man. Win or lose, I'm a true fan. This is what we do every week. Like, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like, this is what we do every week. I don't know why I'm still watching. Like, I don't know why. It's just like, God forbid something interesting happens. Like, what could possibly happen? Like, nothing of note. We're gonna see what happens when a real coach comes in here and hopefully they hit on the coaching decision. I mean, they have to. It's going to be the most important off season for this franchise in a very long time, and we're going to see if they can turn it around, not all the way, but turn it around quickly enough that you could say, okay, they're making some progress. But they definitely have the opportunity to, but they need the right head coach because they definitely could. Even though they look so bad. Parker says, I want a head coach with experience. I'm fed up with first-time head coaches. So am I. But, I mean, who are your options there for a legacy coach? Mike McCarthy? Like, that's kind of it. I know people want John Gruden, but I don't think John Gruden's going to coach, to be honest with you. Not at this point, I think, at least for the NFL. They're losing on purpose. I won't disagree with that. I won't disagree with it. But they are just as bad as they say they are. They're just as bad as what they are. Aaron Jones on the run here, and 6-yard run for Aaron Jones. Second about 4. Parker says Mike McCarthy, John Gruden, Mike Tomlin, John Harbaugh. Sure, I think you look at those names, but again, for Mike Tomlin and John Harbaugh to be free, they got to actually be fired by their team. But I'm not sure how likely that's going to happen. I think that they're both kind of trying to save their seasons right now, even though You understand the ebbs and flows of that team. Brian Burns coming on touch, fumble on the play, picked up, and this might be a touchdown for Tyler Nubin. Brian Burns became unfree. And J.J. McCarthy fumbles the football. Tyler Nubin picks it up, and he runs all the way back for a touchdown. And the New York Giants have a touchdown from Tyler Nubin on the scoop and score right before the half, and the defense actually makes a play. And this is what Brian Burns does. He's been the best player on the team. I mean, if you really think about it, he's been the best player on the Giants by a long shot, and that just adds to his highlight reel this year. A free man straight to J.J. McCarthy, crushes him, makes him explode all over the place, and he turns into number 9. Snap, hold, kick is good, and now it is 10-13 right before the half. And the Giants, surprisingly, have a little bit of life before the half. And the defense actually gives the Giants a reason to play and the reason to watch. The defensive line and linebackers haven't been a problem. It's the secondary. Yes, it is the secondary. And J.J. McCarthy's pissed. Number 9's pissed. 9 is pissed. McCarthy might be going to the 10. Is he out of the game? McCarthy might be going to the locker room. Did he really get killed on that play? I mean, this might be concussion protocol here. Mia says, why so many interceptions? That's a clinging hit all day. But McCarthy went down. It seems that it might be going to the locker room. I'm not sure why. JJ crying? Is he really crying? I couldn't really tell. Yeah, Dart's pick was not his fault at all. And I don't understand why people are saying it. People to hate, I guess. People to just be jealous of Jackson Dart. I'm not too sure. So JJ McCarthy went into the locker room. I'm not sure why. Not sure if it's I mean, the hit that he got, the only thing it would seem that it would just not kill him, but hurt him would be a concussion, but it didn't seem like they went to the 10 or anything. He just kind of went back to the locker room. Savannah says, how about the game? Well, I hope you're enjoying the game so far, even though it's kind of picking up in pace, but it's been a little bit of a slow start. The Vikings just take the knee in the end zone. 17 seconds left to go. Vikings have one timeout, so they could get down the field fast, but I guess who's coming in at quarterback? And who is this? I forget who this is. He had a rough game earlier this year. Brosmer. Oh, he had a really bad game earlier this year. Who did he play that he just had 4 picks? Max Brosmer. He's a rookie. Well, we'll see if he could dice up this defense, unless this might get ugly for him. And they're just going to take a knee, and that's probably the best option. So 13-10 going at the half. Vikings lead by 3. UFDA rookie Brosmer versus Seattle. Oh, yeah, he had 4 or 5 picks, did he not? It was pretty bad. He had 4 or 5 picks. It was rough. Well, he might be playing the second half if J.J. McCarthy does not come back out. I'm not sure what happened to J.J. McCarthy. Could he be concussion? Could be something else, but he went straight to the locker room after the Brian Burns fumble. At the half, it's 13-10. Guys, 100 people in here. Do me a favor. Right now, we're struggling on the struggle bus right now because it's a tough game to watch. Now it's picking up in pace. Let's like the live real quick. Just tap on that screen for me. I don't ask much from you guys, but a tap on the screen would really be appreciated, especially right now since it's just a tough time in the year. It's December, and typically every December we watch these games and they just turn into a snooze fest. And this is just kind of the way this team has been. I know a lot of people are looking forward towards next year, and so am I. I think that the people hating on Jackson Dart, people just don't watch. People are jealous. People don't know what they're talking about. If you've watched the games, you know how good Jackson Dart could be. They haven't really thrown the ball a lot. doesn't seem like he has a lot of time in the pocket because I think they're injuries, and who to blame that on? That's Joe Shane. But NYYDC for life says your defense better than ours. Yeah, the Dallas defense might be the worst defense in the entire league. I mean, we are pretty close up there as well, but the Cowboys defense makes literally anybody look like prime Joe Montana, anybody. And it doesn't really matter who. I'm very fascinated to see what happens at the end of the year when we go up against them. AT is the MVP on this team. That is definitely true. And it sucks that he's injured, but if he is injured, I don't want to see him re-aggravate anything. So keep him on the bench. Make sure he's healthy for next year. And then, I just don't want him to be hurt going into next year. Bengals and Cowboys for real. Yeah. Yeah. I'd probably say the Cowboys defense, every time I watch them, I'm like, wow, I don't understand how defense can possibly be this bad. Josh Allen got injured. He's limping to the locker room. Oh, no. Are the Bills winning by a lot, though? Because last time I checked, they were winning. I'm not too sure what the score is. The Bills, it's halftime. It's 20-10. Halftime, 6-9 for the Jets and Saints. Saints winning by 3. Titans also winning by 3 against the Chiefs. Wow, the Chiefs are really just throwing in the towel now. Panthers winning by 3 against the Bucks. Chargers beating the Cowboys by 4. Nothing crazy going on in the slate here. Nothing crazy. Who's winning, Giants or Vikings? Who do I think is going to win? Probably the Vikings, but the Vikings are winning right now, but who knows, that could change. Reef says, I shouldn't want them to win, but I low-key do want the Giants to win. Look, I understand it. If they win, they win. If they lose, they lose. Again, at this point, it doesn't really matter, but again, people want the first overall pick. If they win, they win. I just don't want Jackson Dart to look like an idiot, going up against J.J. McCarthy, but hopefully his next half will be way better than his first. Even though, they didn't really throw the ball a lot, and his interception was not his fault. Theo Johnson's got to catch that football no matter what, and he just lets it pop right out of his hands. Murr says, I would trade the number 1 pick for Max Crosby. I'm good. Thank you, though. Parker says it would be a miracle if the Raiders could be the Texans. That would be a miracle. And we'll see if that can happen. Trade it to the Raiders. They need Mendoza. Well, if the Raiders are sitting at 2, well, again, if we're at 1, people are going to be calling about the number 1 pick. The Jets, the Raiders, it's going to go to the highest bidder here. It could be a very wealthy situation if the Giants do retain the number 1 overall pick to get a lot of picks back from the number 1 spot, but we'll see how it all shakes at the end of the year. Year says the number 1 overall pick can literally get us first 4 round picks on the Jets. Maybe not 4 first-round picks, but maybe 2, if not 3. It depends how big the teams want to go for, especially for that first overall pick, if it's kept by the Giants. But we'll see. Independent outsider Dave D says, I just want the season to be over and know what draft position we are in. This was a disaster season. When is it not a disaster season for the Giants? And now I'm getting a little bit mad. What do we do with Dart? Larry says. Larry wants to know, what do we do with Dart? Why are we questioning what we do with Dart? He's good. He's a good quarterback. Doesn't have a lot of help. His coaching staff around him sucks. No. People are saying to trade him just to get clicks, just to get attention. Just to get attention. You keep Jackson Dart. Those that have watched him, those that have watched Jackson Dart know how good he is. A lot of people that say that he's overrated, he's not good, they just really haven't watched the games. All they know is he gets hit a lot and he doesn't slide. He's got to change the narrative until he wins. That's the narrative he's going to hold. Dart hasn't been the same since Dable was fired. I think Dable contributed to the offensive play calling, but I don't think it was a complete overturn. Look, again, that's true, but it's not exactly, he had good games too. Like the Bears game, he had a really good game, and then he got injured. That was with Dable. But even after that, bro, stop inviting me to co-host, bro. David wasn't the main problem. There's a lot of problems with the team. The Jets can have Mendoza. Yeah, he can have Mendoza. They can have Mendoza. We could take a lot of picks. We could take 3 first-round picks for Fernando Mendoza if the Jets really want to trade that much. Dable refused to fire Shane Bowen. I'm not sure why he didn't do that. Not sure why. Saying he hasn't been good since Dable was fired. No, look, I'm not disagreeing with you. But at the same time, you haven't really watched the game. You think Brian Dable is the sole reason for Jackson Dart's success? I find that a little hard to believe. Paul says, if we get the number 1 pick, trade to the Jets or Raiders to get a bundle of picks. That's probably what's going to happen if they keep the number 1 pick, but who knows if that's going to happen. My team needs to fire a defensive coordinator. Yeah. I don't know who your defensive coordinator is. I forget. Isn't it the old Bears coach? I forget. Eberflus. Yeah, Matt Eberflus. You got to fire him. They got to continue with this. Again, I understand why they're not throwing the ball. They don't trust the offensive line, but again, you got to let it fly. Like, you have to let it fly. I understand it's the Vikings defense, but you got to let it fly. Jack says, started Dart in fantasy. I mean, I don't blame you. So JJ McCarthy, it was a hand injury. And we'll see if he comes back in the second half, but I'm not too sure. Dart just needs good coaches. Well, he's going to get some, and we'll see what he does. Dart's not going anywhere. Why the fuck would we start the rebuild when we have a quarterback? It's on me to be. Yes, it's all people that haven't watched the games, people that are trying to get clicks and views, and just it's a narrative that is exacerbated by how much we suck. Basically, it's just like we have the first overall pick. Why would you not take Fernando Mendoza? Ava Bava says, I do think Dart is good. I think Dart has the ability to be a franchise quarterback, but obviously right now he doesn't have the tools around him to succeed like that. I think he can. I think he has the ability to. And I don't understand why you just completely get rid of him when you see the ability in him and you see the future that he can have if he continues on the right path, instead of just blowing it up and saying he's bad. Like, he's not bad. Like, I just, when people say that, I'm just like, you just don't watch the games. He's not making good decisions. Guys, I'm not going to fight with you guys. You're not telling me the decisions he's making that are bad. What are the bad decisions here? What are the bad decisions he is making? I don't understand it. Tell me one. I've watched his throws, man. I've watched his throws. He's having a rough game today, guys. You just don't want. I can't debate it. I've watched 16 games of this shit. I've watched 16 games of this shit. I've sat here and watched the games. To call him bad is completely ignorant and idiotic. It is just completely you have no idea what you're talking about. No idea what you're talking about. I can't take you seriously. It tells me you don't watch the games. It's insane. It's insane. I don't know what you're talking about. I'd tell if he sucked. When we drafted Dart, I was not extremely happy. I was not extremely happy with Dart. I knew his biggest problem was his recklessness. But I can't deny that what I've seen from him this year has been nothing short of impressive. And I can't ignore that at all. It would be ignorant of me to do so. So I've watched the games. I'll tell you if he sucks. If he sucks, I tell you he sucks. Like, I'm not. My futures aren't in Jackson Dartland. Like, I could tell you if he sucks. I've watched the games. Like, I tell you right now, oh, he's not the robot. The pick he had last week, that was a bad pick, even though it was technically Jalen Hyatt's fault. Dart never should have threw that ball to begin with, even though it was Jalen Hyatt's fault. It makes no sense. Eddie, I can't tell you, bro. If you're gonna be a stat merchant, that's fine. I understand it. You're gonna be that's all good. You want to take a look at some of the drops he's had to deal with downfield. That tells you one thing. Drops don't ever show up in stat sheets. They just show up as incompletions. And nobody watches them because what's the point? But there's been a lot of drops this year. There's been a lot of drops this year. Theo Johnson just right now, Darius Slayton last week. I mean, there's been drops all year. Stop defending the Giants. If anything, I'm criticizing them for not having a good enough roster around him. They just don't have a good roster at all, especially with the receivers. And again, like, I'm not defending them at all. I'm not defending them. They're dropping the balls. Hyatt fault. You didn't watch the play. You didn't watch the play. You can't route. The route that he had was so bad. It was so bad. The route that it was a curved route. It showed me that Jalen Hyatt is just running out there, not expecting the ball to get thrown to him. Oh my God. I can't. Do I sound like I'm defending the Giants right now? The day I've defended the Giants over a lot of things. They are so bad. Like, there's no question about it. But that's what I'm saying. Sam, do you realize I am saying that they are so bad? There's a reason why they're so bad. There's a reason why Jackson Dart's 1 for 5, 2 yards, interception, 3 sacks taken. Why do you think that is? People are saying people are getting excited about changing his playing style. Again, that's a cause for concern, don't you think? That's a cause for concern. If he's changing the way he plays so much that he can't actually properly play quarterback, it's a little bit of a concern. I know, AJ. There's nothing they could do. I don't take you seriously if you say that. I've watched the games. I know, AJ. Don't worry. The only thing that will maybe crash out is them. Is the team. All right, so the Giants. All right, so the game's going to start again. JJ ruled out. So it's going to be the Max Brosmer show. And if Max Brosmer beats our defense, then we really got issues to spare at that point. But, oh boy, this might be our first win today. They're handing it to you on a silver platter here. Here comes Gunnar Olszewski past the 30-yard line, and that's where they'll set up shop. 13-10, the Vikings lead by 3. So here comes Jackson Dart and company, seeing if they can add some more points to their overall total and get down the field. Gio says we should have kept Dable. Just couldn't win. Just couldn't win, and it seemed like it was ready. It was just time to move on. It was just time to move on. 1st and 10. Dart's under center. From the 30. They're going to hand the ball up the middle. No gain. No way we lose to Max Brosmer, right? You would think. But anything's possible with this team. Anything's possible with this team. 2nd and 9. After a 1-yard gain on the run. Dart empty backfield. It's going to be an offsides on Minnesota's defense. Make them jump 5 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and about 4. Joe Shea needs to be fired. Yes, he absolutely needs to be. He refused to fire Dable. Yep. If they came in together, they should leave together. That's what I've always said. That's how I will forever feel. They both came in together. They both should leave together. They're both coming in. You knew when we got Shane, we would have gotten Dable right after that. That's my opinion. 2nd and 4. Dart's going to hand the ball off again to Tyrone Tracy. Tracy is going to get about a yard, but there's a flag on the play. We'll see who it's on. Joe should carpool with Jerry Jones. I mean, that could happen. Shane Bowen should have been fired with Dable. It's going to be holding on the offensive line. Typical. Yeah, I mean, they just prolong the inevitable, really. I mean, everyone's going to go at the end of the year. Just fire the whole staff. No, don't worry. Everyone's going to be gone. Everyone's going to be gone. Don't worry. Everyone's going to be gone. We don't want to win. Yeah, I don't want to win. Who cares if we're doing bad? Well, that's right. It doesn't really matter if we're doing bad. It's just the reality of the situation. At this point, I don't know if they lose today. I mean, it would be a new low for them. But I mean, that's just what they do. They just create ways to lose. Losing to Max Brosmer would be one for the history books. I can tell you that. 2nd and 14 for Jackson Dart. Throwing over the middle. Daniel Bellinger trying to squeeze out to get the first down, and there's another flag on the play. And I swear to God, this is on holding. I might crash out, but I have to breathe. We're going to learn how to breathe together. Yeah, really a decent. That is the stat line. I mean, they're not throwing the ball. Like, they're not throwing the ball at all. They're just running it. I don't know what to tell you. It's going to be holding on the defense, and it's going to be first down for New York. So another positive outcome for us. The only thing Mike Kafka did right was firing defensive coaches. Yeah, I mean, look, everyone's going to be gone by the end of the year, so we're just kind of just like letting it fly. So I'm not, again, like, fire all you want, but everyone's going to be gone. You know what I mean? These refs are straight out of the control. I didn't really see the holding, but who knows? I bet Jackson are 125 passing yards at halftime. Well, we'll see. We'll see if that stands. It's a pitch play to Tracy. Tracy's going to pound up field for about 4 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 6, and they're still running the ball. Like, they have no confidence in this offensive line to protect Jackson Dart for more than 5 seconds, for more than 3 seconds, for more than 2 seconds, really. Highlight of the game: Burns Sackford, the touchdown. That's great moment. Great moment. Kafka should not stay. We should start over completely. And Tracy's got to just pound up the middle for about a 2-yard gain there, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 4. Again, they're just running it. They're really just running it. Like, I just don't think they have any faith in the offensive line. They have, like, zero faith. Like, I'm not sure of it. I think Mike Kafka's on the move to be a head coach somewhere else. Well, I don't know. So far, his interim stint has not really gone well for him. So I don't know how many places will give him a call. 3rd and 4. And yeah, the Giants' offensive line is going to move, and it's going to be a false start. Unbelievable. And that's the backup Stinney. Yeah, little birdie. This is what it typically is. Blame Joe Shane for this. This is typically what it is for and Andrew Thomas has now been ruled out with a hamstring injury. Just send him for the rest of the year. Let him rest. Just no point. So yeah, this is what they do. They are so bad that every time there's one injury to the offensive line or an exemption, they are so awful. Dart's going to just throw a screen to Tyrone Tracy. He's got to cut back, cut up field, and does not get enough yards at all and makes it halfway, and it's going to be 4th down and 5. Oh, my God, bro. This offensive line is so bad. They are so bad. There's a reason why they're running the ball so much. They have literally no offensive line. This is the game that officially gets Joe Shane fired, I think. This is the one. Mm-hmm. I know like he should be gone, but this will be the one of ownership that he should be fired. When they lose to Max Brosmer because their offensive line is so bad and they lose two offensive line starters, you realize that the offensive line depth has been so awful the past 4 years since they've been here. And this will be the final straw. And I think he's going to be gone. This is going to prove to ownership that he will officially be gone next year, I think. The Joe Shane, this will be the game. When they lose against Max Brosmer, this is going to be a clearly fireable offense for every single person in that building. Titans are beating the Chiefs right now. It's crazy. Assistant general manager should be the GM. To be honest, little birdie, I want everybody gone. Everybody should be gone. Is this the dagger? Might be. Might be the dagger. It's games like this where I just wish it would end so much sooner. I wish that we could just fast forward to the end of the game. No change on the scoreboard right now. I guess the Titans beating the Chiefs is pretty crazy. Wolfgang, it's 13-10. Vikings lead by 3. The offense of the Giants has literally no offensive line today, and that is due to the fact that 2 of our starters, Andrew Thomas and Greg Van Roten, are out. So the Giants' offensive line depth has been so horrible. And the reason why you haven't heard about it is because the offensive line has been pretty healthy the entire year. And as soon as 2 main members are injured, you realize how empty the offensive line depth is. And again, this is just another reason why Joe Shane should be fired. And I think when they lose today against Max Brosmer because of the offense of the Giants being so putrid because of their offensive line, because they literally will not throw the ball because they have no faith in the offensive line, and Jack Zadar has no time. This will be the game where ownership decides officially that Joe Shane is gone, even though they should have known that decision way before this. But this will be officially the game they decide he will be gone. They won't announce it probably, but hopefully at the end of the year, he will be gone. Well, here we go. Max Brosmer coming in here. We're going to see how well he does against the Giants defense. First and 10 for Max Brosmer. Under center. Going to hand to Aaron Jones. He gets the angle on Deonte Banks, who literally might as well not be out there at all. Yet Deonte Banks is out there and just whiffs on the tackle. Completely whiffs on the tackle to Aaron Jones, and Aaron Jones gets the first down, no problem. Again, to beat the Giants defense, just run it. Just run the ball. You'll get yards if you do so, and I think that's what they're going to try to do here. They don't want to put the ball in Max Brosmer's hands. They're going to run to Aaron again, and Aaron is going to get another good run there, about 6 yards. He's second and about 4. If they continue to run, there's no reason why they shouldn't win. No reason. 10 minutes and counting left to go in the third quarter. Second and 4, Max Brosmer under center. Going to hand to Aaron again. Aaron's going to get the hole and gains about 5 yards to get the first down. Turnover on downs for Aaron Jones. And there's an injured Viking on the field, but I'm not sure who it is. John Tyler says, bro, the Giants aren't playing. The game is a joke. Yeah, this game is a joke. This is what it is. Like 2-12. Like, what are you expecting? Good football? I'm sorry, but no, that's not going to happen in this state of the year when they're so awful that they literally can't do anything. And at this point, I mean, what do you expect? Like, they're just so awful they can't do anything. So that's what they typically. That's what they are. That's what they are. That's what they're going to continue to do. So I'm not to tell you. First and 10 for Brosmer. He's going to look to throw, rolling to his right. Does he have a man open? He does. TJ Hawkinson for about a 2-yard gain. Going to be second down and around 8, maybe 7. Second down and 8. The Cowboys lose to the Giants. There should be the game where Jerry Jones should step down. I don't know that. Yeah, maybe, but I don't know. I doubt that'll happen. Jerry Jones, the day Jerry Jones stepped down is the day hell freezes over. Can they make it less obvious? They are not. They've given up a long time ago. I can tell you that. Not sure they could take. They just given up. Brosmer is going to take the snap. He's going to hand to Jones. Jones is going to cut back, and he'll get about 4 or 5 yards. The Giants defense has made some good plays today, but I mean, their run defense is clearly their weakness overall. So that's what they do. 3rd and 3. Brosmer to the outside, and it's going to be caught by Felton for the first down. He was completely wide open on the out route, and they're going to get him for the first down. That's what they do. Giving up. Giving up. I've said for weeks they have no scheme. I need a haircut. Yeah, my hair's crazy. It's funny. I got a haircut recently, and it's the shampoo I put on my hair, bro. Aaron Jones, we'll get about 6 yards. There's a flag. We'll see what's on. It's gonna be on the Vikings. We're holding. I can easily make my hair wet, and it looks way shorter than it is. I was gonna put on a hat, but I decided not to do it. But that's crazy. Looks like my name. You're wild, bro. 17-13. Bucks beating the Panthers. Parker, I get it. It's been a tough season. First and 20 for Brosmer. Justin Jefferson caught for about 6 yards. Second and 12. Parker says waiting for draft after being at the draft in Green Bay back in April. The game is at MetLife Stadium. Pressure coming. Caught by the tight end for about 6 or 7 yards. It's going to be third down at about probably 6 or 5. Six or 7, right? 3rd and 6. Browser's going to heave it and incomplete. And they're probably going to punt here. Just never had him. Never had him. Javon Holland on the coverage, and they're going to look to punt here. More than likely they are. Appreciate you, Parker. Appreciate you supporting. Appreciate you liking the live. Appreciate you coming in here and watching this team be as bad as they possibly can be. Gunner's got to catch it at the 15. He's got to cut up field for a few more yards to the 20. Get a push out of bounds. There's a flag. It's a false start on Minnesota. Or legal formation. So here comes Jackson Dart. I'm not sure what's going on with him. I mean, he hasn't had the opportunity to throw the ball. So I'm not sure what to say other than that. Number one Giants fan on earth says we need to lose. Yeah, we need to definitely probably lose. But I mean, who knows? It's probably going to happen. What's going on with Dart? Dart is just not. He can't throw. I mean, it's not like Dart can't throw. It's just they're not calling like plays to pass. Like they're just not calling. They're just running. The offensive line is just so bad that they don't trust. He gets hit immediately. Dart just throw a pick six. You saying he just did throw a pick six? I hope you're lying, number one Giants fan on earth, because I'm not caught up to that. I am not caught up to his pick six. Did he really get a pick six? Oh, he needs to. Oh, I hope not. I just wanted to see him play well. I mean, we could lose and have him play well and whatever, but I mean, they're just not letting him throw the ball, which I just don't understand it. I don't understand why they're not letting him throw the ball. I can't. I can't understand it. Makes no sense. Lamar or Brissett? Lamar. Yeah, I'd tell you Lamar. Like, I'm not sure. Like, there's just there are times for Dart. I mean, he just gets immediately. There's no protection, and then you have like dropped catches, like just awful dropped catches. I mean, we need people to catch the footballs. We need people to protect for him. Like, I don't understand it. 2 for 6 yards and an interception. This is rough. This is rough. First down and 10 at the 25-yard line. They're going to keep running it. Singletary's got some room to run. It's going to get about 9 yards on the run. So good first run there. 2nd and 1. It's the scheme that's bad. I'm just not sure what their plan is here. They're just not running it. What's up with Dart today? They're not letting him throw the ball, and when he throws, the players are dropping the catches, and the offensive line is so bad. Singletary cuts up the field for the first down. So again, they're just continuing to run the ball, which is seemingly like their plan today. But I mean, yeah, it is just, that's how it's been, basically. Titans are winning is a good sign. It's a good sign, I guess, for our pick. If you're looking at that perspective. 0 yards over the air today. Don't know what to say. Fire everyone. They ruined my team. They're going to hand a Singletary again. This time, no gain. They're just continuing to run it. Giants are playing dirty. What? It's getting hard to watch. When is it not hard to watch? When is this game not hard to watch? It's hard to believe it. They will beat us and the Chiefs. So, yeah, that's probably true. 2nd and 10 for Dart. They're going to probably run it again. Oh, this time they throw. Dart is just going to throw a little screen to Singletary, and it's really not really a screen anyway. It just gets wrapped up in the backfield, loss of 2. I don't know what they're doing. These are awful play callings. These are terrible play calls. These are just so bad. They're in 11, and they're probably not going to get this. They're probably just going to run again. I don't know what to tell you, man. 3rd and 16. Dart throwing. What a throw in the middle of the field to Wan'Dale Robinson, who makes the catch, but it's going to be short of a first down. And Dart's chain broke. Wow. His necklace broke. Don't worry, it's only an Amazon necklace, even though it's his sister's. Maybe that, and well, I don't know what they're going to do here. It's 4th and 2. Are they going to go for it? Was it Slayton or Wan'Dale? I thought it was Wan'Dale who caught it. Looks like they're going to go for it in their own territory, and they do. Dart throwing over the middle. Caught by Slayton with the catch for the first down in the middle of the field. So this time, Slayton actually catches the football. 1st and 10. So a good catch for Slayton there to make it a first down, moving the chains off of a 4th down play. That was a hell of a throw from Dart to Wan'Dale in that 3rd and 18. I wish I saw a better angle of it, but it never did. 1st down and 10, just past midfield for Jackson Dart. 1 minute, 20 seconds left to go in the 3rd. This time they're going to run it again with Singletary, and he's going to push upfield for about 5. Yeah, they're showing Dart. Yeah, Dart's necklace broke. He just throws it to the sideline. I don't know if it broke or just came off. Probably broke. So 2nd and 6. 53 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. 13 to 10. Dart under center. Play action. He's going to step up in the pocket, and this time he just goes down. It's just collapsing. It's just collapsing. There's not much to say. I mean, I guess nothing was open. Just pocket was collapsing. It's a mess. I'm not sure who's down right now. It's JMS who's down. Well, he's on a knee right now. Maybe looking at his wrist there, seeing what's going on. That sucks. So that'll be the end of the third quarter. Oh my God, bro. This is so ridiculous. All right, 13-10, end of the third quarter. This game's almost over. This offensive line is so done. There's not much else to say about it. There's just not much else to say about the offensive line. It's so bad. Let's check what people are saying on the old Twitter. I'm sure people are freaking out. But, I mean, what else are you going to do? John says we sold our tickets 3 weeks ago. Probably the best for the best. I get it. I understand. You don't want to go. There's no point of going to a game where they're just going to continue to lose. And I went to a game this year already, and that was the second game that we won. And I couldn't believe that we actually won the game. The game that I thought we were going to get completely killed in, we win by 20, and it was just unbelievable. I can't believe I went to the second only game they won all year. I got lucky. D-Sam says, if I wasn't a hardcore fan, I'd turn off the game. It's hard to watch. It is. Somehow the Chiefs can't catch a break, and Minshew is now hurt. The Chiefs are just rough this year, man. There's no question about it. Jackson Dart, yeah, I mean, this is bad. I went live that game. Not at the stadium. Oh, maybe I went live at halftime. I think I went live at halftime from the stadium, Birdie. I think I did. After the game, I went live. But I wasn't live during the game. Only because I was at the stadium. Yeah, thanks, Waboosh. I'm banning him. Yeah, I went live that game. Let me ban Waboosh here. I can't even make you mod. Right. Oh, they're showing Rockefeller Center. I was there not too long ago. So what is it? 3rd and 12? 3rd and 12? Now they gotta get this. And it's just how they've been. They won't. So the fourth quarter begins, 3rd and 12. They've been awful on 3rd down today. Dart takes the snap. He's got time in the pocket. And this time, this time, it's going to be roughing the passer. And I mean, I don't understand why Dart's going to throw the ball. But he goes down. And again, he gets hit again. I mean, he just gets hit again. But it is roughing the passer, and that's going to be on the defense. So that'll give him a free first down. I guess let's see what he was seeing. I mean, he was looking to throw, but then he stopped. I guess he's trying to see. I mean, I guess he decides not to throw it, and then leaves with the helmet again. Gets hit again in the head. But I mean, that's clearly roughing the passer. Clear, you can't. I know you can't do that, but again, that's just a bad hit from Jackson Dart. I mean, again, it's just. But it's a first down. It is a penalty. It was roughing the passer. You can't lead with the head. Dart hands the ball off to Singletary. Singletary pounds the rock forward for about 5 yards there. It's going to be 2nd and 5. You can't lead with the helmet to the quarterback's head. Can't do it. That's clear and obvious. So 2nd and 5. Again, they're just not throwing the ball. Like, even when they do throw, it's like they're not even advancing the ball by throwing. They're advancing the ball for penalties, whatever. 2nd and 6. And the ball to Tracy now. Tracy's going to cut off field. It's actually still Singletary. Singletary will back up and get the first down. They're continuing to run the rock. And again, that's what they've done for a while now, just to establish some kind of a run game. So it's now going to be 1st and 10 again for the Giants. Nearing the red zone now for the Giants. Dart will be under center. Got to pitch it to Singletary. Singletary is going to find a way to spin out, get about 4 or 5 yards again. Decent run there. About 2nd and about 5 or 6. Such a boring game. Again, it's Brian Flores' defense. I get it, but it's such a boring game. There's no question about it. Dart under center again, 2nd and 6. Going to hand the ball off to Singletary again. Singletary's just trying to get the edge. There's a flag on the play, and it's probably going to be holding on the Giants' offense. And it is. Not only is it so boring, it's just like it's just bad football. Like, it's not even like good football. Like, it's just bad. Where's Evan Neal when you need him? I couldn't believe he came back to practice because he got elevated from IR, and then he was sore, and so he had to be on the bench again. It's unbelievable. It's just Evan Neal. Evan Neal just does Evan Neal things. Dart in the shotgun, empty backfield. Change the play on the line. Where's the play clock on the field? Dart's going to look to throw. Spins it to Tracy to the outside. Cuts upfield for about 4 or 5. It's going to be 3rd down at about probably a yard or 2. 3rd down and 12. Oh, yeah, that's right. Not 3rd down and 2. 3rd down and 12. I'm sorry. I forgot to get the holding penalty. It's another long 3rd down for the Giants. They've been atrocious on 3rd down. They're getting gifts every single 3rd down. There it is, draft picks. 3rd down and 13. Dart caught to Wandale for a gain of about only 3. So now they're going to kick a field goal, make it a tie game. Just not sure about this offense. I'd love to know the reasoning why they ran this kind of offense today. I'd love to know it. And I want them to be honest. Like, they get so much respect for saying, yeah, our offensive line was not up to snuff, and we just wanted to establish the run. So I'd like them for them to be honest, not saying that they didn't have an offense today. I want them to be honest of why they didn't run the ball. That ball looked like it was fading left, but it comes back to the right, and it's a 3-point try that's good from our 19th kicker of the year. I forget his name, but now it is a 13-13 game, tied in the 4th quarter. Let's take a look. I forget who it is. Ben Sauls. That's his name. They are taking today. We need the number 1 pick. It's debatable. Don't know if we need it, but it would be helpful. It would be helpful. It's tie right now, so we'll see what they can do on defense, if they're going to cause it or they're going to ruin it. But we'll find out. Can't wait for the day to fire Kafka. The dude was way worse than Dable. I just don't get it. Andrew Thomas is questionable to return with a hamstring injury. That is the best possible report. Yep, I agree, Dan Duggan. Where's Young Wei Koo when we need him? I know a lot of people wanting Young Wei Koo back right now because he probably would have missed that kick. Probably wouldn't have hit the ball. Brosmer will throw a touchdown now. Again, if the Giants lose this game, this will be the end of Joe Shane officially, I think, because there's no way you can logically lose to Max Brosmer just because you have an awful offensive line depth, awful offensive line depth, and really convince yourself that Shane's going to be fine next year. People watch this game and say we need to draft Mendoza. Yeah, people don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're watching. I understand they just see the stat sheet, say, "Oh my God, he had like no passes with no yards. He sucks." When you're running it every single play, and he literally has no offensive line help, it's tough to watch. So just leave Justin Jefferson wide open. No, I'm not letting Colin Cowherd fool me. There's a difference between people just trying to get clips and people don't know what they're watching. $11 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Just end the game. Just end the game. I don't want to watch this game anymore. I just don't want to watch it. Martin Dart will be the next Allen, Jay says. We're not worried. Same mechanics. That's debatable. I think that could be an argument. At the same time, I think he has a different skill set than Allen, but a similar one. Vikings look to set the return after the kick, and there's a flag on the play, but pushed out at the 30. DJ Davidson just left to the locker room. He did. Little bit of scuffling going on near the sideline. Not sure what happened there. There's a flag. If Joe stays, he uses the first round to draft a kicker. Probably. That'd be my guess. DJ Davidson just left to the locker room. I saw that. I saw it. If Joe stays, we riot. Yeah, I think that could be accurate. I don't want him to stay. I've wanted him gone since last year, and he needs to go. I mean, he needs to go. Like, there's no question about it. No question about it. Burn MetLife to the ground, to be honest. Yeah. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I mean, that's what people are saying. That's what people want, and I'm all for it. Guys just yawing everywhere. I'm tired. I'm tired. Unk is tired. Can this game just end already? Oh my God, bro. Did JJ get injured? Yes, he got injured. He has a hand injury. He's out for the game. It's Max Brosmer coming to the game now. Why is Roger Goodell here? Great question. I don't know. It's just watching one of the worst matchups in the NFL right now. I don't know why. I mean, he could be visiting John Mara. That's the only reason why I think he's here, but I don't know why he's here. Eject everyone. A guy's tired and he doesn't even in real live stream. Well, maybe if someone recorded for me, I could do an in real live stream. Who would watch that? 1st and 10 for... Now they're listing off more penalties. What's going on here? Oh my God. It's going to be offsetting penalties. This was all for nothing. Just come on. Hurry up. Move the team to a new stadium near New York City. I would love that. But that won't happen. They've been at the Meadowlands forever. I would love for a new stadium to be in the city, but I don't think that's going to happen. Buffalo about to lose to the Browns. Are they really? Let me go check the score. Yeah, no. Can we just lose already? Can we please just lose already? We just need it to happen. 1st down and 10 for Minnesota. You never wanted chocolate. 1st and 10 for Max Brosmer. What you really wanted was raw liver. Brosmer's going to hand to Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is going to get only about 2 yards there. It's going to be second and 8. Need a Jefferson touchdown for my parlay. What the fuck is going on? Just a bad football game, really. You want to win or tank? I don't really care what we do. If we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. I know people want to lose, but I mean, at this point, depending on what happens today, it might not matter. But who knows? We'll see. It doesn't matter. I won't cry if we win. I won't cry if we lose. I won't cry if we whatever. I'm at the point. I'm so dejected that it doesn't matter. 2nd and 10 for Brosmer. He's going to look to throw. Pressure coming. And this time, Abdul Carter wraps him up. 2nd week in a row, he's had a clean sack with no penalty on the play. And that's all Abdul Carter all day. Sacks Max Brosmer. Abdul Carter has had another good game today. Just playing well consistently now. I know it kind of took him a little while to find his footing, but he's had 2 good games back-to-back so far. Abdul breaking out late season. Yeah, he's playing well these past couple of games, making it now a 3rd and 17. Brian Burns is, why is Brian Burns going to the side? Why did he go to commercial? Don't understand. Number 1 Giants fan on earth says, we need a tank. Wins are meaningless. That's what the consensus is, people. We need to tank. There's no point of winning. There's really no point of continuing, to win. And I get it. I won't cry if we win. I won't cry if we lose. I can see the positives in the Giants losing right now. There's not a lot of positives to them winning. The only positive is really you give the team a little bit of confidence. They can actually win games. But other than that, there's really none. So Caden, I'm not showing the game. I'm just talking about the game. I'm talking about the game as it happens to me. The Bengals are absolutely decimating the Dolphins right now. It's 45-14 with an entire quarter left. The Dolphins have completely lost who they are. Quinn Ewers is maybe a failed experiment very early here. Titans are dominating the Chiefs right now. This is a fascinating, interesting slate here. But just can we end this, please? Can we please just end it? Please. I just want this game to end. I just want it to end so I can throw this football in the dust. Please. I just want this game to end. There's no point. Unc needs to take his meds. Unc! You calling me Unc? I'm not. I will not be considered Unc. What if it goes into OT? Well, please don't. Please don't. I don't want it to go. Just end the game. I don't care. I really don't care. Kafka has made this team unwatchable with Dart. This team has just continued to be unwatchable. 3rd and 17. This is ridiculous, bro. This is ridiculous. Brosmer in the shotgun. Looking to throw. Throwing downfield. Does he have a man? He might have a man in Justin Jefferson. He might have caught it. And he did. Did he catch this? I think he did. Did he survive the catch of the ground? I think so. What a catch by Justin Jefferson. I mean, that's what he brings you. That's what Justin Jefferson does. Running back up the middle for about 3. Don't know if that's Aaron. That's Ham. That's KJ Ham. 2nd and 7. Just end the game. Please just end the game. I can't keep watching this. I can't. It just pisses me off. To no end. Why can't all of a sudden we can stop the run? Can you believe it? We can actually tackle. It's crazy what happens when you can tackle. 2nd and 7. Rosmer hands up to KJ to Aaron Jones again. What a tackle there made by Bobby Okereke to KJ Ham there. There's a flag on the play. We'll see who it's on. Holding on the defense, so a good play gets it completely nixed. 1st down and 10 for the Vikings. We need this game to end. It's Gabrielle says, let's go Big Blue. Let's go Big Blue, Gabrielle. Brosmer is going to look to throw and just throws it incomplete. Just trying to get rid of it. It's going to be 2nd and 10. My fan. Oh, sorry. That's my computer fan. Let me know if that's still there, AJ. Can you hear it now? Hopefully not. Let me know if you can still hear it. That's my computer fan. That's like high speed there. Hopefully it stops. This poor guy. Come on, folks, follow this dude. I appreciate that, Kate. I don't like this guy. Your fan is loud as fuck. That's crazy. 2nd and 10. Dexter Lawrence jumped off sides, but he's pointing to the Vikings offensive line. Could be a false start on them. And we'll see if it's really on the Vikings offensive line here. And it's not. Dexter Lawrence jumped off sides. And that's a rare mistake for Dexter Lawrence. He typically doesn't do that. He jumped, but he thought it was a false start. I don't know what he's seeing there, though. But it is offsides on Dexter Lawrence. It's another mistake by this defense. Gives them more yards. Typically what they do. The defense continues to have no scheme at all. Like, they just have no scheme. Brosmer is going to look to hand off to Jones, and Jones does a good job of escaping the tackle. Gets about 4 yards, 3rd and 1. 8:03 left to go in the 4th quarter. Giants 2 for 9 on 3rd down conversions today. So bad. Typically, they've been good with it all year, but today, atrocious on 3rd down. Atrocious. 3rd and 1 for the Vikings. Again, there's still a lot of time left. There's still a lot of time left. Third and 1. You're going to pitch it to Jones. Jones got wide space for the 1st down. No problem there. 1st down for Minnesota Vikings off of Aaron Jones. And again, if you want to beat us, just run the ball, and congratulations. You know what you're doing. DeMiles Garrett got a sack today. I think he almost did, but he didn't. So he's going to have 2 more games. Well, let's see if he still could have gotten a sack by this point, but we'll see. If he does, I think he breaks the record that Michael Strahan held. Number 1 Giants fan on earth. Look. 1st and 10 from the 30. So they're close to field goal range. Brosmer's going to hand to Jones again. Jones is going to find a way to cut back, and not much there for him. About 3-yard gain. 2nd and about 7. Just keep running that ball. Little Birdie says if he breaks the record by 3 sacks, he should be MVP. Yeah, I think that's probably not going to happen just because the Browns just aren't winning a lot of games. You have to be on a team that wins a lot of games and have a solid season to win MVP. But typically they favor quarterbacks for that award too. So right now it's Drake May running the clock out. They're trying to. Brosmer under center. Play action for Brosmer. He pitches it to a running back, and he does a good job cutting upfield for the first down and past the 20. And that's going to be Scott. First down all the way up to the 20. It'll be Stafford. Yeah, probably. Actually, it might be Stafford. It'll be Stafford or May. Stafford or May. I know what you mean, though. Another first down for the Minnesota offense. Just complete. I just end the game, please. Please, just end the game. I can't handle watching this. Like, it's so bad that we wait, and McCaffrey's going to call a timeout very quickly here. And the defense is looking at him very confused on why they called the timeout. What a joke. This is what you call a joke, man. This is what you call a joke. Such a joke, man. Just a boring game. Like nothing is going. Nothing is going right. At all. To other people, I think it's going right because we're not winning. Little Birdie said he's tied the record. Oh, so Garrett did tie the record, but he didn't break it. Well, he still has opportunity to break it today because I think there's still ample time left in the game, right? It's still like 6 minutes left to go in the Browns game. Yeah, nothing has really changed on the slate right now, but the Browns could come back and beat the Bills. We'll see if they do. John Tyler says John Mara ruined every Giants fan Sunday. It's been a rough go. It's just how it is. Diggs or Micah Wilson? I'd say Diggs. Abdul will break the record in 4 years. That would be something to see. I'm happy that Abdul Carter is even though it's a little too late, but I mean, I'm happy that he's actually turning his season into a good one or a decent one. Like he's finding some success in the late season. Diggs or Marv? Bro, I can't trust Marv, bro. I got to go Diggs. You just trust Diggs more with his quarterback situation. What happened to Dart? Nothing happened to Dart. They're not letting him throw the ball. The Giants are just running the ball. And whenever he has an opportunity to throw, the pass rush is there immediately. He has no time to throw. So, I mean, they're just not throwing the ball. Joe Shane has to be fired. He better be fired because if he isn't, there will be hell to pay. He should be gone. And if we lose this game, this will be the one where I think you have to confirm that he's gone next year. And they will fire him at the end of the year. Because I don't know how after this game, how do you do it? How do you keep him after this game if you lose? How do you do it? It's impossible. What about the Bears game yesterday? What a game that was. Shout out Chicago. Ben Johnson doing work for them. First down and 10 from the 20 for the Minnesota Vikings. 5 minutes, 40 seconds left to go in the game. Brosmer will hand the ball off to Jones. Jones is going to get about 3 yards there. Make it a 2nd and 7. I am not showing the game user slim. I apologize. Make no mistake, Vikings already won. If they score here with little time remaining, I think you definitely have a case for them to win. But yeah, it seems like they're going to win, which is the plan all along, right? That's what a lot of Giants fans want. First overall pick, here we come. That's just what it is. 2nd and 8 for Max Brosmer. Jones in the backfield. Brosmer under center. Hand the ball again to Jones. Jones is going to get a good push, but not enough for the first down. About 4 yards. Going to be 3rd and about 3. Newman is down. No. And it does not look good. It does not look good. John Tyler says, once again, it's so obvious. John Tyler thinks that the Giants are purposely tanking. I'm not going to disagree with you, but I'm also not going to fight you on that. Because I think, could it be a possibility? Sure, but I don't think it is. But if you have that opinion, I'm not going to disagree with you because I don't know. I don't know how they could possibly be so bad, but they're just not a good team. Little Birdie says trade first for 5, 8, 2027 first, 2027 second, take Downs and Sonny Styles. I'd be on board for that. I'd be on board for that. I'd sign up for that one, Little Birdie. But we'll see where it falls at the end of the year because who knows if we have the first pick. It seems like the Titans are going to win, but the Browns right now, the Bills have the ball in Cleveland territory, so we'll see what happens there. But if the Browns and the Titans both win today, I think that would be great. If you want the first overall pick, of course, and that would help our case if we lose as well. But right now, it seems that that's probably going to happen. They are probably going to lose. John Tyler says trade the number 1 pick to the Jets. Well, I think they should trade the number 1 pick if they get it to the highest bidder of that pick. It doesn't matter if it's the Raiders or the Jets or whoever wants Fernando Mendoza, but I think it's going to probably go to the highest bidder. Just think that makes the most sense because I think people are going to fight for that pick, no doubt. Jimmy dangerously says, bro, we need to lose Giants team number 1. Again, not sure if they need the number 1 pick, but I won't deny that it will help, and it could be a benefit to the team in the future. Jets have many draft picks. They do. And, of course, it could be a bidding war as well if they really believe in Fernando Mendoza. If you think you can have the picks to back it up. Who you drafting with the top 5 pick? Right now, it's either Caleb Downs, Jordan Tyson, or Carnell Tate. It's one of the 3, but right now I'm not too sure. But again, if we had the first pick, I'm totally on board for trading back. Totally on board with it. But of course, we'll have to see how it all shakes out. But either a wide receiver or Caleb Downs, I think, is the consensus among Giants fans. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in the game. 3rd and 3 for Max Brosmer. He'll take the snap. He'll look to throw. Short pass to Aaron Jones. Good tackle there by Bobby Okereke. He stops for progress. It'll be a 4th down, and it's going to be 4th down about 2 or 3, and we'll see what they do. We will see what they do. They'll probably kick it, but they could go for this. We'll see what they do. And they're going to go for this, I think. Oh, they're going to kick it. 30-yard attempt for the Vikings here. They're going to get this. It's going to be a 3-point game. And he gets this. So 16-13. 4 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. Giants have 2 timeouts. I mean, they could tie it, obviously, but they obviously want to win. And we'll see if they can. But they're going to have to take their time, and they're going to have to run down the field and see what they can do. Need a new coaching staff. I couldn't read that. Wow, down by 3. Crazy, right? Wait till next week. I think we played the Raiders, who are still trying to get the number 1 pick. Yep. Oh, the Raiders. I mean, if we lose to them, that's a new low for us, obviously. But, I mean, that's a possibility. It could absolutely 100% be a possibility we lose next week. There's no reason why we should win. It's been a roller coaster of a year, Aaron says. Sure has. Jimmy says, I want to beat the Cowboys. I mean, I'd sign up for that. But if we win, I mean, again, who knows? They just won. They've lost 9 straight. Like, it's almost unfathomable how they've done that, especially with the close games they've had. What about John Gruden? I don't think Gruden is going to be. I really don't think Gruden's going to be an option for the team next year as head coach. I think there are other candidates that they're just going to look at. My device is heating up. Is it really? We aren't lost by much this year. Giants will beat the Cowboys week 18. The defense is historically bad. Yeah, the Cowboys defense might be worse than our defense, and that is saying something because it's bad. Little Birdie says, do you like Freeman? I enjoy Freeman. I would prefer a candidate that's had the NFL experience, but I don't know. I think it would be a bigger risk to take Freeman. I like what he's done in Notre Dame, but it would be a little bit of a risk. He's coming from college. He's a young guy. He hasn't had any really NFL experience, so it's kind of a shot in the dark to see if he can do it, but it would be a swing. It would be a swing. But I would prefer a guy that's done it before, that's won games in this league, and continues to win games. Bring in a Super Bowl winner, John Tyler says. Well, who is that? Is that a Mike McCarthy to you? Is that a John Harbaugh to you? Could be. But again, is John Harbaugh going to be available? Maybe, maybe not. Is Mike Tomlin going to be available? Maybe, maybe not. I would lean probably not. But again, what are your options? What are the Giants going to really have a lot of options for their head coaching positions for guys that have done it before? So we'll see. Jimmy says, bro, ain't it annoying to hear some Giants fans? They want to trade Jackson Dart like crazy. Yep. There's people just quick to react, don't watch the games. There's just, I cannot take them seriously. I can't take their opinion seriously if they really genuinely want to trade Jackson Dart, which I just can't believe why anyone would say that, especially at this point. Kick is away for the Vikings. It's going to land in the hands of Deonte Banks. He will return the kick, and he'll cut up the sideline there and get a few more yards to the 35-yard line. A decent run there by Deonte Banks. 4 minutes left to go in the game. Mike Kafka, showing Mike Kafka's highlight clips from the 2015 preseason Hall of Fame game. Matt Kafka did play quarterback in the league, but years ago, I don't think he played any other game other than that one. It's crazy. But, Kafka's fairly young, just won't be here next year. 1st and 10 for Jackson Dart. They're going to hand the ball off early to Tyrone Tracy. Immediately stopped. Gains about maybe a yard. 2nd down and 9. Clock continues to run. 3 minutes, 46 seconds left to go. Strain the clock. It's what they're really doing. 2nd and 9. Dart throwing over the middle. Caught. Oh my fucking God. He sucks! Darius Slayton literally cannot catch the football. Like, what? What? Dart can't believe his eyes. What a joke. 3rd and 9. Dart gets it off over the middle. Incomplete. There is a flag in the secondary, and we'll see who it's on. What a fucking joke. Darius Slayton drops the ball again. It's against the Vikings. Illegal contact on the Vikings. That's going to give the Giants a 1st down. Byron Murphy Jr. What a joke. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you how many balls Slayton has dropped over the course of his career. I would not be shocked if he's had more drops than catches. First down and 10 for the Giants. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left to go. The clock is stopped. Dart will pitch to Tracy. Tracy will cut up field. He'll gain about 5 or 6 yards. 2nd and 4. 2nd and 5. Dart hands the ball off to Tracy. Tracy's going to get pretty much nothing. 3rd and 3. Clock continues to run. They're going to have to get a playoff before the 2-minute warning. So we got a rookie kicker. Yeah, we got a rookie kicker. Ben Sauls. It's been perfect today. 3rd and 3. Dart looking to throw over the middle. Incomplete. Batted up at the line. And it's going to be 4th down and 3. And they obviously have to go for this. So this is the game, basically. Kind of. 4th and 3. Dart. Sack. I mean, what a fucking joke, bro. Yeah, this is the game where I think this is the game where Shane is done. Like, this is it. Like, I don't know how you look at this and say, wow. Like, there's no way ownership says. I mean, Roderick fucking Goodell is there at the stadium. You're keeping Joe Shane after this. You're going to lose to Max Brosmer legitimately? Really? As soon as you lose a player on the offensive line, it completely and utterly crumbles. It completely looks so much more different. It shows you how valuable Andrew Thomas is, but it also tells you how bad the offensive line depth has been here for the past 4 years, and there's no one to blame other than Joe Shane. Give all your props to the offensive line coach. But at the end of the day, he can't save shit. That's the game, folks. I mean, the only way the Vikings lose this game is if they actually really and legitimately throw the game. But they lead by 3, and that's pretty much it. Little Birdie says Roger's there to see if we are intentionally taking. I mean, it would be a shock to everyone, but I mean, they really have to fire everybody. You cannot keep Joe Shane after this. Not after this game. There's absolutely there is just no way. There's just no way. Yours says ethical L. I don't know how it was ethical because Dart did not play well. They barely threw the ball. When he did throw, the offensive line was so shit that he didn't have opportunity to throw the ball. Just end the fucking game, bro. End the fucking game. NYY says being a Cowboys fan is becoming depressing. Try being a Giants fan. NYY. Try it. I mean, this offensive line has turned from fine to terrible, worst in the league, embarrassing, might as well have traffic cones out there. I mean, it is just completely lost. There's a reason why they're not throwing the ball at all. It just completely collapses immediately. There's no time for him to throw. First down and 10. Brosmer's going to hand it to Jones. Jones is not going to get anything there. The ball is past midfield at the 40-yard line. 2nd and 10. I believe the Giants will take their first time out. Next week game, I don't know how we're going to lose, but I need that loss. It can absolutely happen. They can absolutely lose next week. There's no doubt in my mind. It's probably the best chance we've had to win a game, but we can absolutely lose that game next week. Darius Slay should not be a Giant next year. Nope, he should not be. Fuck that 3-year contract. He's got to go. I mean, how does a guy have so many drops where you are required to catch a football? It is in your hands. You are an NFL wide receiver. Catch the ball. I know I sound like an idiot. I know I sound like, oh my God, you never played football. Bro, you're an NFL wide receiver. These are not hard catches. Catch the ball. This is ridiculous. I don't understand how many more times we need to see it. And again, this is exactly what I'm talking about with Joe Schoen. The wide receiver depth is non-existent. The O-line depth is completely non-existent. You have an absent from the offensive line. You have no depth at the wide receiver room. You have 2 absences at the offensive line, and it looks completely different and completely trash. Reason number 94 of why Joe Schoen should not be here next year as the general manager. Everyone needs to go. Blow it up. There is no positive. There is no reason why anyone should stay next year completely. And this is the loss. This is the loss where you look at it. You're getting beat by Max Brosmer. You can't even throw the ball because you have no trust at all in your offensive line to protect the quarterback when he drops back to pass. You have no faith in anything. It should show everyone that the general manager is at fault for everything. This is not a new problem. This has been a complete and utter disaster for 4 years. 4 years, a complete and utter disaster for 4 years. No depth at all in the skill position groups. No depth at all in the secondary. No depth at all in the offensive line room. And this is the product you get. Clip that. 3rd and 8. Max Brosmer will hand to Aaron Jones again, and he gets the first down. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the game. Aaron Jones seals the win for the Minnesota Vikings. They go to 7-8, and the Giants will fall to 2-13. Their 10th loss in a row. A lot of Giants fans are happy because they retain the number 1 pick in the NFL draft. At this point, that's probably what they're going to end up with, and then we'll see what happens next year when a completely new general manager comes in here, when a completely new head coaching staff comes in here, when a completely new era of the Giants is here. I hate calling it an era, but really it is. There's not much to say. They're going to kneel it out. 16-3 is the final score. Again, this team is just an awful team, and it goes right to the general manager. The fact that the ball was not thrown, I think, maybe further than 10 or 15 yards today, it is completely ridiculous and embarrassing. There is nothing else for me to say. I am going to leave. An embarrassment to society, embarrassment to the National Football League, an embarrassment to New Yorkers everywhere. This is what this team is. They are embarrassing. They are lazy. They have given up completely. Their defense has no scheme. Their offense is atrocious. And no matter what, they continue to look like the worst team in football, despite you look at the team and you say, wow, they actually have talented players. But guess what? They cannot win football games. And the way they do it is completely and utterly embarrassing. They are the joke of the year every single year, and they are a joke every year in December, a joke every year in the offseason. Everything is just the way it is. But hey, that's what happens when you're a 2-13 team. Next week they play the Raiders, and just an embarrassment. An embarrassment. sole possession of last place. That's what's going to happen. If you want to get right wins for your team, just play the New York Giants and run the football. Next week, I expect them to lose. And if they don't, I get a lot of people are going to be upset because we might lose that number 1 pick. But hopefully, they might lose that game and retain the number 1 pick because I think that's what's going to happen. I'm going to leave. Bro, Asa, bro, yo, you're crazy. Asa, I don't know. That's crazy. All right, I'm out of here. Goodbye. Thank you for the support as always. Thank you for everything. Appreciate it. I got to go. See ya.